Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unveiling Mythical Legends. Do you believe that anti-gravity aircraft, faster-than-light engines, or even technology capable of extracting unlimited energy from a vacuum truly exist in this world? Today, we're taking you deep inside an astonishing project once kept highly classified by the Pentagon, AATIP, the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. This isn't a movie plot or conspiracy theory. It's an incredible technological secret revealed in official documents from the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency. From propulsion engines and quantum energy to anti-gravity flight, these cutting-edge technologies have the potential to completely change our understanding of the universe and physics. If you're fascinated by UFOs, advanced aerospace, or future energy, you definitely don't want to miss today's exciting content. Today, we're entering a world beyond imagination. Not a fictional story from a sci-fi novel, but real secret technologies documented in official U.S. government files. When it comes to these mysterious advanced technologies like propulsion engines, anti-gravity applications, and quantum vacuum energy extraction, you might think they're just fantasies from movies. But in fact, they are core research projects of the Defense Intelligence Agency's AATIP program. AATIP, or the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, was launched in 2007 with the goal of studying and uncovering secrets behind various unidentified flying objects and unknown technologies. When this was exposed by the media in 2017, it instantly sparked worldwide discussion, changing the way people perceive UFOs and advanced technologies. When it comes to the origins of the AATIP program, it truly reads like a story steeped in mystery and wonder. It all began on December 16, 2017, when the New York Times published a front-page article that sent shockwaves around the globe, revealing that the U.S. Defense Intelligence Agency had secretly operated a program known as AATIP, Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, which was specifically tasked with investigating the frequent appearances of UFOs both within and outside the United States. The moment this news broke, it sparked intense global debate. Why? Because for decades, the U.S. government had maintained a strict silence on anything related to UFOs, not only denying countless sighting reports, but also actively concealing related evidence. This time, however, it marked the very first official admission that the government had, in fact, been covertly researching the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena. The revelation left the public both stunned and overwhelmingly curious. So, how exactly was this mysterious AATIP program established? It all began in 2007, when Democratic Senator Harry Reid from Nevada recognized the lack of serious U.S. research into UFO phenomena. Determined to change that, he used congressional resources to launch the project. AATIP operated for 5 years, with a substantial budget of $22 million, and involved significant manpower and funding. The program's primary mission was to collect and analyze reports of unidentified flying objects both within and outside the United States, while also exploring the potential advanced technologies and threats these phenomena might represent. Its scope was impressively broad, encompassing 38 different subprojects. These included research into nuclear propulsion, space exploration, gravitational wave detection, cloaking technology, advanced composite materials, quantum entanglement communication, faster-than-light travel, anti-gravity propulsion systems, and even concepts straight out of science fiction, such as warp drives and zero-point energy extraction. Crucially, these weren't just theoretical ideas. The research came with concrete experiments and supporting data, indicating real-world exploration of technologies that could one day transform our understanding of physics and space travel. It can be said that AATIP was not merely a UFO investigation program, but a comprehensive high-tech research and development platform aiming to decode aerospace technologies that seem impossible. This also explains why some sightings describe craft exhibiting performance beyond current technology, such as instantaneous acceleration, silent movement, and sharp turns, leading many to suspect the involvement of supernatural or extraterrestrial technology. Although AATIP officially ended its funding around 2012, its research findings and the clues it left behind continue to inspire boundless imagination within the global scientific community and UFO enthusiasts alike. When talking about these cutting-edge projects, it's hard not to get excited, especially about the warp drive that sends sci-fi fans' hearts racing. The very name evokes a futuristic vibe, as if it's the ultimate propulsion system essential for interstellar travel. Simply put, the concept of the warp drive is incredibly cool. It creates a special structure called a warp bubble around the spacecraft, which can distort the surrounding spacetime. In other words, the spacecraft itself isn't accelerating, rather, spacetime itself bends and pulls the craft toward its destination. This technology doesn't just break through the usual light speed limit. It cleverly circumvents Einstein's relativity theory, which states that light speed cannot be surpassed, because the spacecraft itself does not move faster than light. Instead, spacetime is manipulated so the entire system falls into the destination. This makes faster-than-light travel theoretically possible, no longer just a fantasy, but a potentially realizable scientific breakthrough. Imagine if this technology matures. Future human missions to Mars or even more distant star systems could take only minutes or seconds, completely revolutionizing our current approach to space exploration. Even more astonishing is that this technology, once existing only in movies, novels, and even anime, has actually been documented in official U.S. government research papers. This means that scientists have moved beyond mere dreams and are genuinely treating it as a research goal, investing significant funding and resources into its development. Next, let's talk about the gravity manipulation propulsion technology, another groundbreaking innovation highlighted in the AATIP program. Imagine if a spacecraft could operate exactly like those in sci-fi films, without relying on traditional rocket fuel, but by directly controlling gravity itself. What a revolutionary breakthrough that would be. The core of this gravity manipulation technology is to mimic and control gravitational fields, allowing the craft to effortlessly float under Earth's gravity and even move freely in space without depending on heavy and expensive fuel systems. The principle behind this may sound mysterious, but scientists are actually experimenting with advanced materials like superconductors to alter or enhance local gravitational effects. Superconductors exhibit fascinating physical properties at extremely low temperatures, such as repelling magnetic fields. Researchers speculate that they might also influence gravitational fields, thereby creating an anti-gravity effect. Imagine a spacecraft equipped with such devices, able to float lightly in the air and even break through the limits of traditional propulsion, achieving more efficient and flexible flight. Even more exciting is that once this technology matures, it could significantly reduce the cost of flight and minimize environmental pollution, since it would no longer require the combustion of massive amounts of rocket fuel. In terms of space exploration, gravity manipulation propulsion could make spacecraft much lighter and far more agile, with enhanced maneuverability and safer, more flexible flight paths. Imagine a future where space travel is no longer about thunderous launches and roaring engines, but rather silent, graceful journeys, more like gliding through the stars. It's not just science fiction anymore. It could very well become the next chapter in humanity's exploration of the cosmos. Now, let's talk about quantum vacuum energy extraction, perhaps the most mind-blowing secret of the entire AATIP program. Traditional physics teaches us that a vacuum is completely empty. No air, no particles, just a void. But quantum mechanics flips that idea on its head. In the quantum realm, even a vacuum teems with tiny fluctuations known as zero-point energy, a form of inherent energy that never fully disappears, even in the coldest, emptiest corners of the universe. Imagine the universe itself as a vast ocean of constantly vibrating energy, something we've simply never learned how to harness until now. Quantum vacuum energy extraction aims to tap into this invisible ocean to draw usable electricity or propulsion power. It may sound like magic, but it's backed by solid quantum physics theory. If this technology becomes viable, we would no longer need to rely on finite fossil fuels or nuclear energy, with its associated risks and radiation. Just imagine. Your home's lights, your computer, even entire cities could be powered continuously by energy drawn from nothingness. It would be a miracle of nearly infinite, zero-emission energy. This technology promises a revolution not only in environmental sustainability, but also in the global energy structure. Energy would no longer be the centerpiece of geopolitical conflict. Economies could become more balanced, and issues like global warming and environmental pollution could be significantly alleviated. Imagine a future where vehicles don't need fuel, airplanes no longer emit exhaust, and the entire framework of how we use energy on Earth is completely rewritten. The vision is thrilling. According to AATIP program documents, scientists have already made considerable strides in this direction. While much of the work is still in experimental and theoretical stages, these research breakthroughs are enough to prove that quantum vacuum energy extraction is far from science fiction. It's a very real technology with the potential to redefine the future of human civilization. And when it comes to how this secretive project was exposed, it's a story worth telling. And the central figure is none other than Luis Elizondo. He was the director of the AATIP program and held vast amounts of little-known data and footage. In 2017, this courageous whistleblower made a monumental decision. He handed over secret tapes and documents to the media. One of the most sensational pieces of footage released at that time was from a 2004 encounter in which a U.S. Navy F/A-18 fighter jet tracked an unidentified flying object. In the video, the mysterious craft was described by the pilot as being shaped like a tic-tac. Nothing like any aircraft or missile we're familiar with. Its movements were rapid and erratic, breaking all known laws of physics. It would appear suddenly in the pilot's line of sight, then vanish in an instant. The pilots were stunned, insisting this was not something built by any earthly technology. The release of this footage instantly ignited a global sensation, elevating UFOs from mere conspiracy theories to a topic that both mainstream media and governments can no longer ignore. Luis Elizondo's actions not only prompted more scientific and serious public discourse on UFO phenomena, but also directly pushed government agencies to ramp up investigations into these mysterious events. Surprisingly, the Pentagon's reaction was neither outright denial nor full confirmation, but rather a subtly tacit acknowledgement. Elizondo has stated that he personally submitted detailed investigation reports multiple times to the Secretary of Defense, reports containing shocking UFO sighting events and technical data. Yet these vital disclosures were often suppressed or withheld by top officials, citing concerns about public panic or political fallout. This contradictory stance reflects an internal struggle within the government. On one hand, they must safeguard national security and maintain intelligence advantage. On the other, full disclosure could erode public trust and trigger uncontrollable fear and political pressure. Speaking of the 38 advanced research projects under AATIP, it's like sci-fi come to life. Beyond the warp drive, anti-gravity propulsion, and quantum vacuum energy extraction we discussed earlier, there are many other jaw-dropping technologies. One example is inertial confinement nuclear transmutation, which uses high-energy plasma to trigger nuclear reactions. It holds future potential as a core propulsion system for spacecraft, enabling faster, farther, and more efficient space travel. Imagine a ship that doesn't rely on conventional fuel but instead unleashes powerful thrust through nuclear transmutation. This could completely redefine the history of human space exploration. Next is the high-power microwave technology, a powerful military defense tool. Research on it dates back to the 1960s, and modern iterations can effectively intercept enemy drones and even disable adversary electronic systems, making electronic warfare on the battlefield even more intense and unpredictable. Then there's the eye-catching invisibility cloak technology. By using special materials combined with electromagnetic field manipulation, this technology allows light to bend around an object, effectively rendering it invisible. If matured, this kind of tech could revolutionize military reconnaissance and covert operations, making them far more stealthy and mysterious. Finally, quantum entanglement is seen as a potential key to faster-than-light communication. Two particles, even if separated by vast distances, can instantly influence each other. This means communication would no longer be limited by distance, and someday, it might even lead to instantaneous teleportation, breaking the boundaries of time and space, turning science fiction into reality. Among the more exotic and seemingly science fiction-level technologies mentioned in the AATIP program, some are so astounding they make you want to stand up and applaud. One such concept is non-neutronic nuclear propulsion. As the name suggests, this is a propulsion system that relies on nuclear reactions triggered by particles other than neutrons. Theoretically, this kind of engine could be more efficient and lighter than traditional nuclear propulsion, potentially offering revolutionary power upgrades for future spacecraft. Then there's high-frequency gravitational wave communication, which is based on the physics of gravitational waves. This form of communication uses ultra-high-frequency gravitational waves to transmit signals, unaffected by electromagnetic interference, and capable of penetrating interstellar dust and matter. If realized, it could make real-time communication across the cosmos a reality. Next, the role of superconductors in gravitational research explores the idea of using superconductive materials to influence and manipulate gravitational fields. If successful, this line of research could pave the way for entirely new energy and propulsion systems, and might even change our fundamental understanding of gravity itself. And finally, there's the futuristic-sounding positron cryogenic propulsion system. This concept involves generating thrust using positrons, a form of antimatter, in extremely cold environments. Since antimatter has an incredibly high energy density, such technology, if developed, could provide nearly limitless thrust, giving humanity a major leap forward in interstellar travel. Speaking of which, we must mention the driving forces behind these mysterious and cutting-edge technologies. This isn't just a story of the government working alone. Due to the massive scale and extreme secrecy of the AATIP program, the Department of Defense had no choice but to enlist external support, partnering with several private aerospace companies and major defense contractors to tackle these breakthroughs together. One notable example is Bigelow Aerospace, a private company focused on advanced flight technologies. They played a key role, not only for their sophisticated research and development capabilities, but also for their ability to rapidly transform theoretical concepts into practical applications. In addition, long-established defense giants like Lockheed Martin were also involved, providing strong technical support and resource backing for AATIP thanks to their deep technological expertise and extensive project management experience. What's even more surprising is that this research didn't rely solely on military contractors. Many top university scientists actively participated in the program. From quantum physics and materials science to aerospace engineering, cross-disciplinary collaboration greatly advanced the program's diverse development. A particularly noteworthy contributor was Earth Tech International, which played a central role in researching quantum vacuum energy extraction and spacetime theories. With a world-class team of fundamental scientists and cutting-edge experimental facilities, Earth Tech became a foundational pillar of the AATIP program. This model of public-private collaboration, bringing together government, industry, and academia, not only accelerated breakthroughs in classified technologies, but also revealed a new trend for future high-tech innovation. Finally, let's talk about this super cool electromagnetic propulsion technology. Its core principle is surprisingly simple, yet incredibly advanced. It converts electrical energy into high-powered microwaves, then uses a device called a magnetron to precisely direct those microwaves, generating strong thrust to propel the spacecraft forward. Compared to traditional rockets that rely on chemical fuel, The biggest advantage of electromagnetic propulsion is significantly reduced weight. There's no need to carry massive amounts of fuel, making the entire system much lighter and more agile. And the speed? It's not just a little faster. According to the technology's inventor, Roger Shire, while conventional rockets take around 7 months to reach Mars, an electromagnetic propulsion spacecraft could get there in just 70 days, nearly 3 times faster. This isn't just an upgrade. It's a revolution in space travel. The potential applications of this technology are incredibly broad, not just limited to spacecraft. In the future, it could be used for ocean freighters, long-haul aircraft, and other transportation systems, becoming a high-efficiency, eco-friendly propulsion method. This would significantly reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and contribute to environmental protection. NASA's EagleWorks laboratory is already working intensively on developing this technology, with plans to unveil a small-scale superconducting electromagnetic aircraft within the next 5 years. This means the tech may soon move from theory to reality as a viable mode of transportation. Just imagine. In the near future, we might be flying on electromagnetic propulsion aircraft, crossing oceans in record time, or even cruising through interstellar space with ease. Isn't that kind of future incredibly exciting? Reading this far, don't you feel that those wildly imaginative scenes from science fiction novels are gradually becoming part of our real world? The mysterious AATIP program by the U.S. government is like a gateway to future technology, allowing us to glimpse the astonishing truth. The secrets of the universe are being unraveled step by step. Faster-than-light travel is no longer an unreachable dream from sci-fi movies. Gravity manipulation propulsion technology will make flying easier and smoother, while extracting quantum vacuum energy could ignite an infinite and clean energy revolution. Imagine this. In the future, we might truly be like heroes from the movies, boarding spacecraft equipped with these cutting-edge technologies, effortlessly traveling between the stars, exploring the vast mysteries of the cosmos, and opening a brand new chapter in human history. This is no longer fantasy. It is the approaching future, waiting for us to explore and witness together. Are you ready to embark on this interstellar journey? Do you believe these technologies really exist? Which one do you think is most likely to be realized within our lifetime? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments below. We truly value your opinions. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on the notification bell. Share this video with friends who are interested in future technologies, and join us on this exciting journey of knowledge exploration.